Jay just discovered, but
the hair is back.
Oh.
It's like right here.
Oh my God, you guys.
It's a long black hair. Hey guys.
Wow.
Hi. Hi everyone.
Hey Lynn.
I just realized.
Hey Teresa.
That's
So
back.
for you guys that are really appalled at what Jay just shared,
I'm a little
Lois!
appalled myself.
Hello.
I mean,
Jay
in the summer,
is
it's
a
like,
relatively hairless human. I know we're all jealous, especially as we get into our middle age, but every now and then, once in a blue,
I
as
fall
Lindsay would say,
apart, and I have a black hair.
she gets a
on the
lone black
back
hair.
of my thigh. Yep, that's a thing. It's a thing. I'm 40.
I'm 40.
I'm 40.
You guys,
I guess
happy
it's-
Sunday. How
yeah,
are you?
happy Sunday, everyone.
Oh boy.
Welcome to Back in the Closet with the two crazy cat ladies. We're in our closet with our kitties.
So Friday came to hang out today.
Yeah,
Hey,
Friday's in a
Robin.
loving mood right now.
Tina said, "You sure it wasn't a string?" Hey, Anna. You guys,
Oh.
you never know
Oh.
what's going to come out of Jay's mouth.
You never know what's going to
Never.
come out of my thighs. And sometimes it's a long black hair.
Friday, come
it's
here.
kind of fun. I mean, it's fun because I know that it's there. And hey, we still don't see anybody in real life, even though I'm still wearing shorts because it was 85 degrees today. Here it is, so it's still shorts weather. And
Yeah, but I think it's the evening
luckily,
hours.
I don't see people, or when I do, they don't look at the back of my leg very much. Thank God. Because there's a long black hair coming out of it. I'll have to tweeze it a little bit later or something.
Wow.
I know you love that. That's your
Hey,
favorite
Chris,
thing.
You're back in the closet, and I'm back for a while. No more landscaping until all the leaves fall.
Yay!
That's exciting. And hopefully all the
Yay!
fleas are gone as well.
Yes. So
Lois
welcome.
said she has one in almost the exact same spot.
Do you? See, I always get lost because I think sometimes I used to
always
think
thought
it
it was
was
that
on
leg.
this leg, and maybe
Yeah.
I have one on both legs that pop up, but
2
I
years?
just, as prior to podcast, I was like, what is that?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, what is she about to
Upon
say?
further investigation, it is in
guys-
fact a hair on the back of my thigh. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Welcome, guys. We have a very exciting topic today.
Hi,
And by
Julie.
exciting topic, it just was a great topic. Well, it's just kind of been a question that we've been asked over and over again,
Yeah.
especially a
So
lot
let's-
recently. So we wanted to just diagnose it and
Diagnose it.
I don't know. I said diagnose it. We just wanted to dive into it,
gonna dive in.
and
Gonna dive in.
and answer this question, along with some of our
Other words.
other words. So let's just jump. Let's just do it.
Hit
Let's
the button.
Let's
Hit the button.
Here
Do
we
you have any idea what number this is?
93, right?
Is it?
Welcome to episode number 0093 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. I think we're 93. It
I
was
think
92.
so.
Yeah, I was doing 92 because I was doing we skipped last week.
Maybe that's what's throwing me
So
off.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we skipped last week because it was Halloween.
Halloween.
And we were going to
Hey,
do the
Michelle.
podcast, but all we could think about was the kids and Halloween and the haunted house that we did. That's what we do for our
We had a
Halloween.
blast.
We do.
Big
We build up a full-on haunted house in our front yard, and then we invite all the kids. We scare the F out of them, and then we give them candy. And that's like our
Unless
tradition.
they run too far and too fast before they get the candy.
Yeah,
that
sometimes
happened.
they run before
Lindsay
they
actually got a video.
can't.
of it
Yeah, before they
before
can
the
actually
poor
get the
girl
candy
Made it to the.
or
anyway.
go all the way through the haunted house. Yeah,
Right.
sometimes. Yeah, but
It's
it
really
was a
just
lot of fun.
haunted tent. It's a canopy that we set
Yeah.
up outside the.
Yeah,
Sounds, but it's
It's-
very exciting.
yeah.
So,
It's just a few steps of scariness.
podcast today is more and more recently. We have been getting the question: are you guys vets?
Yeah, and many of the much of the time people are asking us that just because they're curious, right?
Right.
Because we're giving cat health information online. It's usually on, in comments on some of our cat tips, which we oftentimes learn from some of the most amazing veterinarians on the planet, learn stuff about our cats and our cats' health, and then we share it. So we get the question sometimes because people are curious, but then other times we get the question followed up by, you need to stop giving
Shut
health
the F up.
information about our cats if you're not veterinarians. So we wanted to address that
Right.
today.
And as most of you know, who have been part of our community for a long time, we are not veterinarians.
No, nor do we want to be.
No, we can't handle the blood and the death and
Mm-mm.
the sad parts, the hard parts. We cannot handle
No.
those areas.
No.
So most of you guys know this, but I know that it is a question, and I would ask the same thing too. If someone was was sharing information, I would want to know a little bit like, why do you have information to share?
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole reason that we started the Two Crazy Cat Ladies, was because when we were looking for resources or information or anything other than what anything helpful other than what our vet at the time told us about our cat Tiggy that had feline leukemia, we were looking for anything else that could be helpful, and we couldn't find it. And I know that the internet was young at that time.
Yeah.
It was what, 2007.
Yeah.
And more there are resources out there, and I think that it's very exciting that this community has become. We really want to make it a hub of information and of resources, and we love having veterinarians and behaviorists and kinesiologists and herbalists, anyone that can help teach us and
Nutritionists.
share that information with all of us is a very exciting thing. So
yeah, so we want to start by saying we are in no way, and most of you guys already know this, but we are in no way anti-vets. Obviously, contrary, we spend the majority of almost every single day telling several people, you need to take your cat to a vet. Please take your cat to a vet. Because a lot of times people reach out to us before getting a professional opinion from a hands-on veterinarian that can feel and touch and take blood tests and figure out what underlying condition might be going on with your cats. But then we also have many, many people day in and day out come to us that have spent thousands of dollars at the vet, and their vet has no idea what's going on with their cat. And so they turn to us as which we prefer, right? As a ulterior, this is all the alternative, as an alternative to what can I do? Because my vet is throwing up his hands and saying he can't do anything.
Well, and that's the exciting thing about a holistic approach to health. I think that's why it's so exciting that there are so many more integrative and holistic vets coming up, that kinesiology and acupuncture and so many of these things are now being practiced, specifically with our cats. I think that cats have always been the second-class citizen compared to dogs as far as care in general, or knowing that they need care. Right. So I think that the really exciting part of this is that we were both in the same boat, that if we did actually notice something was going on with one of our cats, then we would go to the vet. I think cat parents, by and large, are remarkably reluctant to take their cat to the vet just because they're, oh, I felt this little thing, or there's a little scab, or whereas if it was a dog, you'd be in the car and going. With cats, it's like, well, let's wait it out and see how.
Because that's a really stressful event.
Right. It's stressful for cats. It's stressful for us. But it is something that needs to be more a part of our routine with our cats, and adding in more holistic care, whether it be herbs, as Julian says, whether it be kinesiology, acupuncture,
supplements, diet, all the things that we talk about all the time, right? We're very much into being proactive with our cats, but I get that not all of us, most of us start our journey into understanding the importance of diet, nutrition, and supplementation and things like that after our cats have gone through a situation, and we want to be the people that can be there for the cat parents that need it, right? And so that's what we're here for. We're not here to call ourselves veterinarians or experts or anything. It is our goal. It is our goal to bring together all the resources that we can find so that all of the cat community can have a spot where they know that they can get help. If it's a behavioral question, we have resources. If it's a health question, we have resources. If it's a supplement question, we have resources. If it's an energy question, we have resources. If it's an herb question, we have resources, right? We don't know all this stuff. Our motto is learn, share, and grow every day. So what we want to do is continue to learn as much as we can learn so that we can share that with you guys, so that as a community, we can all grow together. And as cat parents, we can grow as cat parents and become better parents and better guardians of our companion animals, which is why we're here.
Well, and I think the community is something too that has turned into an unexpected blessing, because many of you guys who have been around for a while know that our first, like you just said, our first lessons in caring for our cats came from more heartbreak than they did some great revelation we had about diet. We've learned from many mistakes. Our cats are our best teachers, and sometimes that has been a very painful experience. And I know a lot of you guys also have been through painful experiences. And what I find fascinating about this community as it grows, whether it's here on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or wherever it is that the community itself is a growing resource for each other.
Yep.
We've never seen more compassionate, empathetic, willing to share people in our lives. And I think that that's one of the common threads, though, too, is that we're not afraid or ashamed to say, I did this wrong, right? Or I learned from this. I mean, those are strong words, and I understand we don't want to dwell on regrets or mistakes, but this is something that I would do differently, or here's something that I learned when I went through a painful experience. And I think that that's really one of the greatest gifts of even starting this to begin with, not really knowing how big it was going to grow and how much it was going to impact us, honestly, us, because of all of you and the ways that you guys are so helpful and caring and sharing about the things that you've learned. And
yes. And we also like to say that, well, like you just said, we've learned so much from you guys, right? From other cat parents, from other people in the same kind of situation, from other people that have, gone through situations and they've learned something and then they share that. And that's how we grow together. You might not have a certification in something. We don't have a certification in something. We're not going to stop spreading all the knowledge that we learn and all the good news about cats because we lack a certification. We're not going to go through vet school just so you'll listen to us closer, because we still, one, we can't afford it, but two, we still, that's not our goal, right? That's not our journey. And I know that our journeys looks a whole lot different from everybody else's journey. I mean, all of our journeys look different, right? But there's not like this is what you're becoming, or this is what we want to become. We didn't, like you said, we didn't start this journey thinking that we were even going to be live on social media so often.
Well,
like that wasn't.
It's figuring out where I think for all of us, it's figuring out where you can make a difference. For a long time, we thought that we were going to be spending a ton of time with TNR. It was, wow, this is something that's so super important and it's saving lives and it's an incredible thing. And we need to really carve out time to do that. And that was very difficult for us. And or fostering. It's like, we know the only cats we thought we kind of fostered live with us now. We're not cut out. It's about knowing yourself, knowing your boundaries. And I think that it is so exciting to meet those people that are floored by something that they learn from a behaviorist, that they're like, I'm going to go become a cat behaviorist.
Right.
I've got 3 more cats that if I learn this, then I could do this myself, or maybe even help, my neighborhood cats or my family's cats or whatever it may be. I think that or people like Dr. Katie Woodley, whose journey as a conventional veterinarian took a little exit when her husband came down with an autoimmune disease. And then she realized, why isn't she implementing these things she's learning about holistic care in her practice, that there's so much more that she could be doing. Incidentally, she will be live on her Facebook page on the 28th of November, talking about a very important topic.
Prescription diets.
Right. It's going to be a game changer for a lot of us. I think that it's really exciting when we can, and we're blessed to have someone like Lindsay, who's very good at connecting us with like-minded people, and recognizing that there are kindred spirits out there, and there are things that would be so valuable for us to learn and valuable to share with the community. It's very exciting. It's does it bother you when people are upset that you're not a vet?
No, I mean, no, I don't get bothered. I mean, it bothers me, I think, for them or for the other people that might read those comments that, we get like a lot of like vet texts from like conventional, conventional medicine that, they will say things like, don't listen to these girls. They're not veterinarians.
They're crazy.
Only talk to your veterinarian. And we're not I'm not upset about that, because I'm not ever going to tell anybody not to talk to your veterinarian. That's not what our goal is. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is help people to be proactive with their cats, to help people kind of maybe realize a lot of our cat tips are, if you're saying this or this, please get to a vet. Like, we did one podcast or we did one cat tip simply on go to a vet, go to a vet, go to a vet, go to a vet, because we were getting so many people reaching out to us where it's like, you should not be reaching out to us online. Like you should don't shoot us a text message, go to your emergency vet, like right now, you know? So there's, so I'm not anti vet by any means. And I'm not anti what they're saying. What bothers me is that somebody else might read that comment and say, oh, well, then the information that they're giving me must not be true because my veterinarian didn't say it. Right.
Well, and this is something that I think I feel like it's so important to have multiple resources.
Right.
I think we literally just went through the beginning of this year when our Pooh Bear suddenly stopped eating, was acting very ill, and we are freaking out. Now, we are blessed to work with Trish Whittier, who has done a lot of work with pets over the years. She worked with Dr. Karen Becker for many years. Lindsay, who's been through so much with her 2 young cats even. So you can imagine when we realized what was going on, it was like, we're going to get into the vet. Sometimes you have to wait a minute. We're lucky. We're very blessed to have a holistic veterinarian. But even after we got into the vet, we went to our conventional vet because they could see us first. And then we went to our holistic vet, and both were like, not exactly sure what's going on here. So it helps to have a pool of resources that you can kind of say, well, okay, what do we do? Do you think this would be helpful?
And what did we do? And what could possibly
to this?
Be the cause of this, because that's really what holistic care is. When you hear holistic care, a lot of people think like our holistic veterinarian or something like that, or we work in holistic medicine. When they say that, it sounds like you're just throwing a bunch of like flowers at a cat, right? Like you think, but holistic really means the whole, right? So we're looking at the whole, whereas many conventional veterinarians are more symptomatic, reactive. So you're bringing your cat to them so that they can treat a symptom instead of get to the root of the issue and attack that. And that's more along the lines of what we want to do, whether that's behavioral, you still get to the root of the issue. Whether it's nutritional, you get to the root of the issue. If it's, a medical issue, we want to try to get to the root of the issue so that we can start addressing it that way. And
I think the other important component, not just about finding for yourself, whether it's other people in this beautiful community, whether it is doing telehealth with a holistic veterinarian like Dr. Katie Woodley in conjunction with your conventional veterinarian. I think it's so important. We say it all the time about what we feed our cats or what we supplement our cats with, how important it is to know the source. And I feel like that's something that many of us wait until we're in an acute situation where we're just like, somebody give me an answer, and you're going to go with that. And that's a very scary place to be. Being more holistic minded and proactive about health really gives us the opportunity to know if this is going on, then these are the avenues that I'm going to explore. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we're just part of that small equation for many people, right? I think that we are so passionate about
we're the vessel.
We're the vessel. We're so excited about accumulating as many resources that we've come to learn to love and trust and utilize and share them with you. I feel like this is a beautiful place where we can share, but there's always going to be something that we don't know or we haven't even heard of. The other day, someone said something. I was like, I didn't even know that was a word. Yeah. Like, what is that? Right. Yep. And it was, so we're always learning, but that's exactly what we intend to do, is to learn, share, and grow. And I think it's actually exciting when someone says, you're not vets, why would you have the audacity to share something? I feel like it's a great opportunity to remind you not to come to me for all the answers, but to please weigh the information out there, look at what's available, and really try to make your best informed decision based upon the sources that you have in front of you, that you do know and trust and have vetted.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. It's a great reminder for me, for everyone, that we all know that there's not one all-knowing veterinarian in the world, right? Like,
I don't know. I think I know 2 of them. At least. I think I know 2.
Maybe.
No, but it's true. I mean, and we don't have enough veterinarians out there talking to cat parents about being proactive with their cats, right? So we're more of, and in all honesty, most veterinarians can't. they cannot give medical advice online because they can lose
No.
their license, right? So we're more of like the messenger that we're learning from the veterinarians. We pay a monthly fee to be a part of these courses. We do whatever we can to learn as much, suck as much out of those beautiful brains as humanly possible, so that we can sometimes have to put it into even layman's terms, or get them to put it into layman's terms, so that we can translate that to the average cat parent, so that we know a little bit better, because once we know better, we do better, right? And so
it's really just about putting the puzzle pieces together. And I feel like it's maybe I feel a little flattered that people would even ask the question, because if we were veterinarians, would we call ourselves the two crazy cat ladies?
No.
Like, we probably would have come up with a cooler.
We probably would have come up with a more professional name than
right.
the two crazy cat ladies, and have our
maybe
our logo as our two cartoon hats with big
so
teeth.
There's a part of me that feels a little
Probably.
like I love that people ask the questions. I don't think anyone should ever be afraid to ask anyone any questions. And
I love it, because we learn from your questions a lot of times.
Yeah.
That's some of the biggest, when we get the questions, it's like, what do I do about my cat with megacolon? Or like all like these things. It's like hyperesthesia. The first time I heard of that, I was like, what? Never heard of that before. Many veterinarians haven't heard of that before. Like there's a lot of stuff that can't be diagnosed. And that's why a lot of people come to us, is because it can't be diagnosed through a blood test or an x-ray. Like certain things they call idiopathic, because they don't have the physical numbers that can give them, it's not in their protocol to be able to diagnose it necessarily. But
it's also fascinating to see too.
We are able to dive into research, dive
Yes.
into all that information, and try to find the answers. Maybe this is cystitis. Maybe this is more stress related than it is actually, your cat is on rounds and rounds and rounds of antibiotics every single time. And then it's like, okay, let's look at the root. Let's see if we can get to the root of this. And then let's, start building a protocol to rebuild the gut, to reduce the stress, to, and it's really rewarding.
It is. And I was going to say, sometimes when we get those really like weird cases where someone says, hey, I've been to the vet a number of times, and this is actually the diagnosis, and it is a super rare cancer or something. And I feel like we're so blessed being in nutrition for 16 years now, and more focused on cats for the last 6, is that there have been, because we've accumulated so many resources and contacts, and there's so many beautiful people in this cat community, in this network, that we can reach out to veterinarians. We can reach out to,
or we can send you to them.
Right.
So
and
that
say, well, here's a situation. The beautiful thing about many things in holistic care is that there are so many things that can help and not hurt something. And I think that's really hopeful for when you're dealing with something, and this is the treatment that we're going to be doing, but how can we look at this more, specifically with cancer? You are trying to kill the cancer. What about the rest of the body? What about the rest of their health? What are some things that can help fight cancer, but also keep their their other organs strong and cleaner?
And that's why, oh my God, we are so blessed. And that's why when we have people like Pam from Perfectly Holistic, also being able to do kinesiology, energy testing, test the specific things. So we're not throwing everything. Sure, it's not going to hurt your cat, but what is exactly going to help in a serious situation, especially like cancer, where it's like, okay, well, this, you can work together with a beautiful veterinarian like Dr. Katie Woodley, and then a beautiful kinesiologist like Pam Roussel, and we can work together and we can say, okay, I think this, and this is really going to help for this, and this. And then let's see, okay, this tests well and this tests well, and probably not this. Let's work on this. Like we can get, like, you can get a whole protocol together with the resources that we found.
Yeah.
And not that like we found them, but that we've able to meet along our journey.
Yeah. Other passionate and proactive pet parents. I just think it's a beautiful thing.
Oh,
it's a very exciting thing. And then with each one of those questions that really sends us down the rabbit hole on something, we get to learn something that we didn't know before. And I think that it is very work. I think our cats are probably, it's no wonder that they're such spiritual beings throughout all of human history, because I feel like they really are our best teachers, and they're very patient and they're very stoic. and they make up for all of us that have ever lost one of our little ones. We probably learned a lot before they left us, and I think that that's we owe them all a big debt of gratitude.
Yeah.
And this whole community is just a beautiful manifestation, I think, of how cats make us better people.
Yes.
They really do.
They really do. They really do.
So no, we are not vets, but Jay does have
Yeah.
a big, long black hair in the back of her thigh.
And I think I'm going to take it to my veterinarian.
Oh,
Can you help me? I have a big, long black hair on the back of my thigh.
I don't think it's a veterinarian
now-
you should go to.
No, is it a dermatologist? Who do you go to for a big, long black hair? Probably a tweezer specialist, right? Or maybe I should just go ahead and get like one of those
I think
Bohemian, what are they called? Brazilian
Did you
wax.
say Bohemian? Bohemian.
Bohemian wax?
A Bohemian.
What is a Bohemian wax?
Bohemian isn't a word. Bohemian.
Oh, Brazilian wax.
Brazilian wax.
Yeah.
I don't.
Would that get it?
I think that's something different too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I said that,
We're
I
gonna
was,
look some more
okay.
stuff up, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna learn some other
We're gonna
stuff today.
research so we can show you guys.
Jay's gonna learn what a Brazilian wax is.
Shortly. I think isn't that your
Okay, thanks for
private
joining us, you guys.
Is that your private parts? Is it your private parts? It's just a
think
yes or a
so.
no.
I think
Oh,
so.
you don't know
I
either.
don't know either. I'm pretty sure. A Brazilian, I think, is a thing.
No, I know it's a thing.
It's
I've
getting
heard.
warm in here, you guys.
Am I embarrassing you? That little vein is sticking out of your neck. Really? By saying Bohemian. Isn't it Bohemian Rhapsody?
I'm dying. I'm
Why?
dying. It's Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's Bohemian.
Where did you get Bohemian from?
I don't know, guys. Isn't that a word, Bohemian? It's
Somebody
not a word.
help me.
Come on.
Somebody. Okay, so I would put money on the fact that Bohemian isn't a word, and I would put money on the fact that a Brazilian wax is
does not cover
little
your
too
thigh.
probably not.
Doesn't
I
cover
think
your
it's
thigh.
a different but I don't know. I don't know. Never you guys, okay. Wait. Okay, I see some
Anesthesian. Thank you,
S-
JR. It's an anesthesian wax.
It's an
Esthe-nutrition. Esthe-nutrition.
I can't say
go
the
to
word.
an
It's
Esthe-nutrition.
for the aesthetics.
Aesthetic nutrition. Aesthetic nutrition.
Judith, I'm so sorry we can't say that word.
Aesthetic nutrition. Astonasian. I need an Astonasian.
Dana said
wax.
a Brazilian will not take care of that leg hair. Dana
No?
said Bohemian.
Bohemian wax.
Jana is here. Hi, Jana. She said, yeah, not a word.
Esthetician.
Esthetician.
I have to get an Esthe-nutrition wax.
We gotta go.
Okay, guys, that's gonna wrap
Hi,
up
Jenna.
this
Thanks for
episode
hanging out
of
on
Two
this
Crazy
one.
Cat Ladies back in the closet.
Esthetician.
Esthetician.
Lois to the rescue.
Lois, you're the best.
She knows we need the phonetic.
Esthetician.
Esthetician.
Whatever. Guys, I hope you have a beautiful day, whatever
Nope,
day
we're
it
not
is.
vets. We
that
love
you're
you.
listening. We are not vets, nor are we wordsmiths. We love you so much, and we will see you guys very
Oh,
soon.
God bless y'all. Go love your babies. We'll see you soon.
We will see you on Facebook in about an
Oh,
hour.
yeah. Let's do that.
Yes.
Bye,
Mwah.
guys.
Love you guys.